Ladies and gentlemen, it is that 9 o'clock hour on Wednesday night. You know what that means? It is time for Anime Weekly, your one-stop shop for all things anime and anime related. Yes, that's right, 9 p.m. time. Here we go. I am your host, Andrew J. Alandi, and my co-host, Shelby McWeeb. We're here again every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Pacific time, here, courtesy of NERDBOT. You know what? It's going to be a great night tonight, and we're glad that you guys are here. So the first thing, as always, make sure, folks, you are sharing this stream out. Share the link on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Vero, anything, you know, you're not going to get tracked for it, or maybe you will, I don't know. But please, do us all a favor. We want to see not just you, but also your friends in here talking everything anime with us. So we want to hear your opinions, your responses to what's going on in the anime world. So while my co-hosts and our guests are sharing it right now, I'm just going to ramble off. We want to give a big shout out. We are here at the NERDBOT Studios in Alhambra, California. What a great place to be. Again, this is where all the magic happens. So, Shelby, are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Tell me, who's our guest today?
Our guest is Rikachuable.
Rikachuable.
I was breathing. I remember your name. Don't worry.
How we doing, Rikachuable?
I'm chill.
Chill?
Yeah.
Nice. You ready to have a little bit of fun tonight?
Only a little.
Oh,
just a little. Only a little.
Just 1 calorie. No, a little bit of fun. Very good. Very good.
Too much is bad.
Too much is bad. Too much of anything is bad, as they say. Again, I want to give shout-outs to our lovely viewers in the chat. Marby J. Ona, Jonathan Sotero, what's going on? Amin Abedin, Dominic Joshua Avila Benitez says hola. And Brianna Sabalas, one of our big supporters, says, hi guys, I'm at Disneyland, but just wanted to say hi, sharing the stream, and see you at the open house this weekend. We'll touch more on that in a little bit, folks. So, but again, make sure you are sharing the stream out again. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vero, any sort of social media. Hell, MySpace and Friendster work too if they're still even available.
Especially MySpace and Friendster. We want to be the dominant anime-themed live stream on that show.
Exactly.
You know, Tita has Friendster.
Who's has Friendster?
I think one of my titas still has Friendster.
Still has Friendster? Is that
I don't know.
still
Is it still alive? I don't know.
Yes.
She'll talk about it.
Yes.
I don't know if she's lying to me.
Well, she'll see you because that'll be the only thing that's on her Friendster.
Excellent. Perfect. All right. So, Shelby, I understand we had a really big weekend of anime. So, I just got to ask for both you and Rikachuable as well. Like, did you get to catch all the full anime this weekend, and basically what all premiered?
I did. Well, first of all, a lot of things premiered, but what I watched was Persona 5.
Really?
The first episode premiered this weekend, and it was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But it's just, it's as good as the game so far, if that makes sense. It's following the same theme. Nothing has really changed yet, but it's, it's promising that people who don't have PlayStation are going to be able to enjoy the Persona 5 series, and hopefully they'll be able to join the fandom and understand what's going on.
Is it an easy task to get into it if we're starting with Persona 5, or would you recommend going into one of the earlier iterations?
I feel like each of the Persona series can be a standalone because all the characters are different, and there is kind of proof they're in the same universe, but you don't really need to know anything because it's all introductory. It's very good at introducing the kind of concept of each persona of each generation, and the cast is always just interesting and standalone, works well together.
Awesome. Rikachuable. So, did you get to catch any of the anime this weekend, or were we?
How do you feel about Persona 5?
I love Persona.
Oh.
But real talk, the only anime I've been watching this season is Sanrio Danchiboy. Like the Sanrio boys.
Oh.
That's it.
So I'm a little unfamiliar with this. Shelby, do you have a little insight on what Rikachuable is talking about?
Boy, can I. So you know that the biggest money makers are Hello Kitty in the world. I feel like that's the #1 import in every country, international. But Hello Kitty is the best. Scenario is the best. And they decided to make an anime about it. But instead of having, it's not about the characters like Hello Kitty. It's about boys who enjoy the characters, and they're a little bit ashamed of it. But they're learning to accept themselves and embrace their true persona of each adorable animal mascot. And I am for it. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah. They're so great, and honestly, it's one of those things where you kind of think about it, hey, this would totally be just an anime about, these cute boys, and then they totally get, I don't know, fan service-y, but it's not really that way. It's not really free, but it's also, not not that.
I think what she's trying to say is you have to see it to believe it.
You have to see it to believe it.
Can I don't know if I should spoil a part.
Spoil it.
Spoil it.
Okay,
Maybe.
so
Cover your ears if you're that invested in the plot of the Hello Kitty boys and you can't watch it without the spoiler, the groundbreaking catalyst, then just turn it off
Here's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put my hand up for as long as the spoiler is active, and then once the spoiler is over, my hand will go down. All right, so we spoiler ready? This is what ready? 3, 2, 1, hand up. Spoiler time.
So the guy who really likes Pom Pom Pudding, he's like, oh, I can't like Pom Pom Pudding because it's something that only girls can like, and it's not right for a guy to like cute things, and yada, 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 which is like total BS because regardless of who you are, what you identify as, or what you have been born as, you can like or do whatever the heck you want. And so he goes throughout this entire thing, and his grandmother dies, and so like the Pom Pom Pudding thing, after he gets bullied and his grandmother dies, it just kind of wrecks him inside. And it isn't until he meets the rest of the boys in the high school who like all those other things too, the Sanrio characters.
Yes.
Like that's when he's finally able to accept himself. And the entire opening is about how much he wants to protect other people from experiencing the same things he did. And all of them are just like, dude, no.
Okay.
Love yourself.
All right. You should go and love yourself. Is that spoiler? Are we
yeah,
spoiling?
we're done.
Okay, the hand is going down. My hand was getting a little tired there.
But what you can know is someone was genius enough to combine feelings, Hot Boys and Hello Kitty franchise together in harmony. And if the main character can survive, being proud of himself for which adorable characters he likes, and I can be proud of myself for spending a lot of money on whatever merch they come out with, because I will.
Can you imagine that before it even came out, it's like an anime, or I don't even know if there's a manga. It was just a Twitter profile. It was all just a Twitter profile where all of these boys, like the artists would draw the boys with the products, and then they would just put it out on Twitter. And then it got enough attention where it finally got an anime.
Ah. Thanks, Twitter. You actually were useful for once.
Except for sharing Anime Weekly links. You're always useful, and thank you, Twitter.
Quite all
Shout
right.
out to Twitter.
And also shout-outs to the people that are just joining us in the chat. Brian C., Myra Perez, Neil, Kazuki Blue, Amanda Nichols, what's going on? Jose Shady Solis, the Big Boss, Alvin, Zulita is watching. Also shout-outs to Hyun Lee, Persona 5, Mystic Messenger, Sanrio Boys. This is all down my alley. That is literally the quote that just happened. Greg Hammer is also here. And Tony Adams says, I'm just mad that there is no Gudetama Boy.
There is. They just don't leave the house.
If we protest or make a viral hashtag on Twitter, you know what? Maybe something will happen, okay? You know how many things have happened because of viral posts on Twitter? Let's do it.
You got to make it happen. You got to share it out, just like you got to share out the stream. Again, folks, make sure you are sharing the stream out for Anime Weekly. Share it out via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any sort of social media that you have. Send carrier pigeons out. Tell your next door neighbor. Tell them to turn down the music and join up with us. Because, hey, we got some awesome music. Thanks to producer Rob going on in the background. And, of course, your hosts, Andrew J. Landy, Shelby McWeeb, and our special guest for the evening, Rikachuable. So, awesome. Shelby, was there anything big in the anime world news-wise this week?
There was actually. There was actually some very unfortunate news sorry, pulling it up. There was some unfortunate news that we lost one of the major producers of Studio Ghibli, and his name is Isao Takahata.
Isao Takahata, yeah.
And he died at 82 years old. He was responsible for a lot of really good anime, especially Grave of the Fireflies, which he wrote. He also did Valley of the Wind, Kiki's Delivery Service. He worked on those. And in general, he was a major producer of all of the most well-acclaimed, universally-liked, parent-approved anime movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, between 2010 to 2010 and 1980, everything between then, he's made a lot of the biggest name anime movies, and he was a really important part of making anime as successful as it is and as respected as it is.
Okay.
So this is definitely a tribute for him, and we should definitely mention that he did unfortunately pass.
So, Isao Takahata, this one's for you. Thank you for giving us a lot of good anime to build this world upon, and helping us bridge the gap between young and old, and again giving us quality things. So, one for you, buddy. Anyway, so we got some people talking in the chat here. Monique Leah is asking, have you talked about my husband yet? Y'all promised. Now, I'm not sure whom, and I use whom Monique Lee's husband is, but Rikachewable's okay.
She can guess.
We guessing? Go for it.
We just started.
We just started. Yes. So as Rikachewable would say, chill, right?
Yeah.
Just got to be chill. Totally understand. Jared Sellard says Rikachewable rule. I think Rikachewable rules. So,
Oh, dang.
there we go. And y'all gonna be as dead as my husband, bro, says Monique Lee. So, wow. Okay then.
We don't respond to threats here, Monique Lee, whoever you are.
I'll see you at the next Harajuku Day. We'll battle it out.
Harajuku Day.
Quiet.
Look it up on Facebook
Oh.
and Instagram.
April 21st. I'll see you.
April 21st.
Weller
Okay.
Court, noon.
We'll fight
No worries.
at Harajuku Day.
We'll touch more on that in a little bit. Was there any other big news this week in terms of anime?
Mostly, a lot of people just sat down to watch anime this weekend because not only were things premiering, but things are also wrapping up from the previous season, especially Darling in the Franxx, which everyone kind of got the episode that pulled the whole series together, where the backstories of 02 got revealed, and it's very heart-wrenching, very touching, and it makes her character less like, I'm sexy, look at me, I have pink hair. So, like, she has a backstory now.
Can we clip that just for the reaction? I mean, I'm gonna need that for the NERDBOT page itself. Somebody clip that, please.
I'm Zero too. Look at me. I like to be naked.
Very good, very good. So yeah, really not too big. So not too big a news heavy week for anime then. But
there is actually some good news.
Oh.
HentaiCon is a thing.
Oh no.
So come the fall, all of you hentai fans, which is all of you, I assume, who are watching Anime Weekly, will be able to go to their own convention, and they are actually set to be on our show to talk about HentaiCon. We have the exclusive HentaiCon interview. Take that.
So, folks, be tuning in. Make sure you're following the Anime Weekly page. We'll be posting up on when we have the people behind HentaiCon, and you'll be able to ask them questions about what they're planning their con and, hey, what they have in store for you, the fans. So make sure you stay tuned, folks.
I apologize for winking when he said HentaiCon. I don't know why I did that, but I'd like to apologize to my mother out there.
She's lying.
She's totally
She's
lying.
totally lying.
Totally lying.
9 out of 10, she doesn't care.
Nice. Brianna, so I do have to say this, by the way, folks. Brianna Savalas is one of our biggest supporters.
Yay.
And she said, I left Disney early to check the stream. That's how much fun this broadcast is.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Yes. And Lauren Stone says, I heard HentaiCon, and I said yes. Masa D. Rodriguez says, HentaiCon!
HentaiCon.
Good stuff. So it's gonna be wild, folks. Again, we'll have the people for HentaiCon in a matter of weeks. Could be even 1 week from now. So make sure you're staying tuned to the Anime Weekly page. We'll be announcing when we have them on the stream. Again, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. is when we broadcast here, thanks to NERDBOT. Our guest for this evening, though, I do have to ask Rikachuable, who is our special guest for the evening, what is it that you're holding, actually? If you wouldn't mind explaining to our fans what you're holding and then whose image is emblazoned on it.
It's Juman Han from Mystic Messenger.
Juman Han, Mystic Messenger. Okay.
If you don't know, it's kind of sad.
Oh, it's kind of sad. Okay.
If you do know, it's also kind of sad. If you
If you do know, it's even more sad. But if you don't know, it's kind of sad. It like blew up everywhere. It was like the dating sim equivalent of Animal Crossing, but worse. It's true.
Dating sim of Animal.
I literally had to stop sipping on what I was consuming because of that comment. That was amazing. Very good.
It's like Pokemon Go for loneliness.
Yes.
Okay, but yes and no. So it's time specific.
Yes, it's
And
specific.
if you miss the time, then you lose a good part of the plot, and you have to waste up like your hourglasses so that you can not stay in the loop. You have to stay in the loop.
So
Yeah.
you basically have to be so for Mystic Messenger, which is is it like a game of some sort?
It's a mobile game.
Mobile game. So you have to play via your phone.
Yeah.
So we got representation right now, obviously.
Is that from Hot Topic?
Okay, let me explain because I understand the grievance. I work near a Hot Topic And by work, I'm lying. I don't work in Hot Topic, but I went to Hot Topic as an adult, and I was looking in the clearance section, and there was a Yuri on Ice mug, and I was like, wow, I need a mug that looks like a dog for my actual work, because like it's a dog, so I can get away with that. But however, I did need to buy a second clearance item for $1. So they had this because someone who wears an extra large did not choose to buy this. So I decided to take one for the team, and so like if I go to the gym, people will leave me alone because they know I play Mystic Messenger.
There you go.
Yeah.
But how can you be at the gym if you need to be on Mystic Messenger?
You can actually play Mystic Messenger at the gym, because if you use like the seating like things, you can play Mystic Messenger while you cycle.
I believe, yes. It's probably called a stationary cycle.
Yeah,
that's quite all
you.
right. But hey, I mean, that's a good thing. You can take anime with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
So, checking in with the chat, Brianna DeCoster, what is going on? She says corn. It's in reference to Hentai Con. There's a very, very weird inside joke between the two of us and a group of us I'm not going to get into, but corn rhymes with something else that we're all familiar with, so we're going to go with that. Daisy Maribel Rodriguez says, Mystic Messenger theme is so good. So, got a lot of fans for the Mystic Messenger and whatnot. So, before we continue on, I do want to take a quick moment here to shout out NERDBOT is opening its doors this Saturday, April 14th. It's an open house starting at 5 p.m. There will be barbecue, live music courtesy of the expansion pack. They're a great band to listen to. There'll be comedy hour with Derek Murray and friends, and a live broadcast of the BassBot with the one and only Chuck Nunn. Live electronic music. That'll be here at NERDBOT Studios. It's on top of Toyzilla. That's in Alhambra, California. If you guys see the graphic right now, you'll see these studios. Barbecue and open house. The most important part, it's free, and you get to meet all of the NERDBOT people, the people that make this broadcast and all of our broadcasts possible. So please, if you can, folks, we'd love to see you this Saturday, April 14th, starting at 5 p.m. Again, there'll be barbecue to go out, live music by the expansion pack, a live broadcast of the BassBot with Chuck Nunn, and comedy hour with Derek Murray and friends. Most of all, we want to see you folks, the people that, again, we do this for you, so we want to see your faces here. And again, come meet the NERDBOT folks, all right? So Saturday, April 14th, 5 p.m., the NERDBOT Open House grand opening. So want to see you there. Excellent. All right. Yes, we got people that are in the chat that are saying, well, they will be there. I don't know. They're asking, though, will it be streamed?
Streamed?
There'll be a good chance that there will be some streams. Yes,
I mean, it could be, but not through us.
I'm getting a signal from producer Rob that, yes, indeed, the open house will be streamed. So if you can't make it, that's unfortunate. But, hey, tune into the live stream as well. But we'd love to see you there. Again, it is free. So, yes, check it out. Anyway, so back to our major topics here. So we were on Mystic Messenger. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, is there, like, an overarching, like, theme of like what Mystic Messenger belongs to? So you're saying it's kind of like a game you're talking to I don't know, fictional characters, but is it like a dating sim? Oh, deep in thought.
So let's divulge into the topic of dating sims, dating games, and maybe just harems in general if we have time. But we probably won't, because we also like to talk about shoujo manga.
Very good. All right. So, what do we have here? What's going on?
I'd first like to invite all of our lovely audience members to talk about their favorite dating sims, their favorite games, everything like that, so we can maybe talk back to you.
Yeah, definitely. And, like I said, I've got eyes on the chat, so there's a lot of them. I'll start us off, actually. Now, believe it or not, I actually have played dating sims before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the dimwit on the team has actually played. Look at Shelby. I've like blown her mind. Can we get this face? Can we get this face on a T-shirt?
Wait, we really shouldn't. She looks like a blow-up doll.
Oh no!
You can't roast me when you have a body pillow. If you have a body pillow in your lap, you cannot roast me. You cannot roast me for that.
Wow!
That's illegal. That is illegal, and you're going to anime jail.
Hey, listen. I have one. How many do you have? Also, this was a gift.
I, again, do not need to be roasted on this live television program of how many body pillows I have. I have one right now and one in the mail from AliExpress, so still technically one.
All right.
Did you want both of them?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Suddenly,
and mine wasn't even a boy. Saber.
I am okay. So, chat. The chat has chimed in.
Oh, great. That's
Perfectly.
great.
I'm seeing Honey Pop as best dating sim.
Leave me alone.
James Caser says the pigeon dating sim.
You're also banned.
Wow. Wow, such savagery.
Hatoful boyfriend?
Hatoful boyfriend? Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I was going to mention one that came out a couple years back. Katawa Shoujo, actually.
Oh.
Yo!
Yes, we were Rikachuable and I were talking about this earlier. Katawa Shoujo. That's actually the only dating sim I really invested my time and like actually spent time going through different routes. It's the you actually play the male protagonist who has been transported to a school for there's never really a good term for this, but people who made disabilities, things that have afflicted them, and you get to choose obviously which route you want to go on. It was actually like very well written. I was quite impressed, because everybody was posting about it. They're like, "Oh, like Katawa Shoujo's the most amazing thing ever. Like, this is so deep." I'm like, "What is this? Like, what is this game?" Ended up downloading it, and wow, 7 hours later, I was like, "Wow, this was really good stuff." So, Katawa Shoujo is the one that I knew of. So, other than that, I'm pretty new when it comes to all these dating sims. So.
That dating sim though is so great because, I mean, if you like Mystic Messenger, you're honestly gonna like Katawa Shoujo for similar reasons. Because under the topic of disabilities, you have mental disabilities and then you have physical disabilities, right? And the beauty of Mystic Messenger is that it covers a lot of the mental disabilities.
Oh, really?
Whereas Katawa Shoujo covers a lot of both.
Oh, okay.
And so you see a lot of the background for all of the characters, and the reason as to why they all make human mistakes, or they make really human decisions. And it brings you stress, but it brings you peace at the same time when you finally get to the end.
Okay, so it's like a build up and then a nice resolution afterwards.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Daisy Maribel Rodriguez says, "I loved Shall We Date games. The art is so beautiful." All right.
Good.
Choices, everybody. Oh, we're getting 2 thumbs. I will give you a thumbs up because 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but a full panel. There you go. Shall We Date? What do we know about that? What do we know about this? For those who don't know.
Well, Shall We Date is like the free phone games that you can actually download.
Okay.
It's available on Android and iOS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. totally worth taking the time to invest in. Was it free to play?
Yeah, usually they're free to play. The downside with a lot of phone games is that if you want to progress further, because you're given a certain amount on the daily, you have to constantly give in your money, or else you're gonna be stuck. So you'll get say I get 3 hearts a day, or I get 3 whatever a day. If I run out of that for that day, then I have to wait until the next 24.
And then it replenishes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
it's like Fate Grand Order.
It is like Fate Grand Order. I kind of
sad life.
picked up on that. Josh Cruz is saying Fate Stay Night, Persona 3, and Doki Doki Literature Club. Does that count?
I think they all technically count. It depends which type of media you consume each of those, because Fate Stay Night does count as sort of a. If you do the visual novel, that's the point between. Because we talk about this every freaking show, so I'm gonna go as fast as I can. Fate Stay Night has technically there's 3 routes: Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. You choose the route, and the Grail War goes the way it goes because of who you like, who you want to date.
Yeah.
And in the visual novel, initially, winning the Grail War with each girl, Sakura, Saber, or Rin, means you'd be having sex with them. Very weird sex. If you want to look at I'm not going to tell you. Rob, do not pull up the visual novel. We're not going to do that. But,
yeah. We don't need that there.
Fate Stay Night is technically started as an ero dating game.
Yeah.
So it's technically a dating game. But the franchise has obviously expanded so much more than that. Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5 could all technically be dating games.
Yeah.
A lot of visual novels and a lot of role-playing games do have aspects of dating sims, and that has a lot to do with the fact that dating sims focuses on a very particular aspect of lifestyle. And so when you get into other aspects, so like I mentioned earlier, all those things, they would technically count as dating sims, but they don't, because they don't focus on it. They have their own major genre, whereas dating sims focuses on the aspect of dating. It focuses on the strategic aspects of the pathway, the storyline, the artwork. All of that stuff has some kind of focus of a romantic or platonic or whichever character to the relationships in the game.
Okay. So, going back to what we said about like you have to play for a little bit. There's enough to play for free, but then if you want to play more, then you gotta pay to play, basically, right? Lauren Stone says phone dating sims are like today's 1-900 numbers. If anybody remembers the old 1-900, where you get charged like $2.99 a minute.
Yeah.
But you got to keep putting in the money in order to play.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
I think that's fair. Like that's a fair joke to make, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It really depends on the kind of dating sim that you're looking into as well. Because for example, for Mystic Messenger, you're able to buy things and it's like a one-time thing. So say that I wanted to...
Oh no!
I mean, I say that I wanted to as if I like totally didn't, but that's not the point.
Oh, that's going somewhere weird.
No. So you have, because they call you have these cards in Mystic Messenger, and so you get calling cards, and then you get a calling card for each specific person, or you can get the group calling card. All of them have their own different price for it, and while it's not one-time use. It's for as long as you have the game on your system.
So once you've bought it, you get unlimited access to it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whereas if you had the hourglasses, which is the equivalent of hearts or lives, for how many times you can access something in the game, you have to pay that per amount that you want. But there's a lot of that's where I really like Mystic Messenger, because it doesn't constantly force you to do that if you don't need to, if you don't have to. If you can be patient, then that's for the better.
Okay.
But a lot of other games, like the Shall We Date, the Liar game.
The Liar game?
That I was talking about prior.
Rob, pull up the Liar game. It says Liar game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Liar, Uncover the Truth. And if you know that, hook me up. Well, tell me, because we need to talk about it ASAP. But for games like those, they have specials, whether it's like a special event or it's an unlockable aspect of the character, and that, oh my god, yeah, just pets it.
There you go. Liar, Uncover the Truth.
There's a lot of game elements to each dating sim.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's puzzles, sort of, and mysteries, and like emotional things you need to figure out yourself.
So we're talking about the Liar game?
We're talking about the Liar game.
So it's not just like, hey, I'm trying to court somebody within the game. There's more depth to it. There's, like you said, puzzles and things you need to figure out as well, right?
Yeah, not that we aren't Fujoshi trash, but like there's more to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the dating sims that I have a tendency to really like have a lot of character aspects to them. Like, there's always more to the character, and there's more to the storyline. There's more to the individual as well. So it all brings it together as this really cool plot line that it's kind of like choose your own adventure as well, which is really fun. For the Liar game, it's kind of like if you really like Ace Attorney, and figuring out, someone's lying to me, or whatever crap, I don't know.
So you think this one might be a good one for people to transition if they wanted to try dating, if they like Phoenix Wright, you said, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be a good one for them to kind of dive in if they want to dip their toes into the pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like a really nice dating sim because A, it's free on your phone, and B, there's a lot of like updates for the system. So they'll have like special events, Valentine's Day, White Day, New Year's Eve, etc. But the thing that I really like the most about it is that you play as the main character who's female, and she meets all these people, and so that's the reason why it's just like when you go through the opening, it's kind of like, uncover the truth, who's like the liar, because all of them are lying to her since she's like this beautiful person and they want to get with her, and then you have to figure out, who's lying to me and who's telling me the truth, because who actually likes me for me.
Okay.
But the beauty of it is that even if the guy you like turns out to be a liar and a wreck, you can still choose to date him because he has his own pathway.
Just like real life.
Just like real life. Yeah. All right. So,
that was a joke. That didn't mean that. I don't know why that sounded sad.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it is like real life because you have all these people and they have like questionable motives and they have like really unappreciative traits, but you still can learn to love something about them because the more you go through their pathway, it's just like, oh dang, I didn't know you were going through that. I'm sorry you lied to me. I'm sorry I was so serious on you.
Yeah, that makes that's relatable because I feel like it's just so easy for each of these, like, oh, super hot rich guy and super hot scientist guy and super hot horse rider guy are all in love with me. Yeah, all super hot and they're all smart and they're like nice and everything like that. And there's nothing wrong with any of them, but there's so much wrong with you. Oh, that was sad. But like they don't have any fault. So it is nice to have like, oh, they have faults and this is like an actual like going through fake relationships. It's fun.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, do you want to take a quick moment, though? If you're wondering what we're doing right now, congratulations. You're watching Anime Weekly, your one-stop shop for all things anime. Our topic this week is dating games. I'm your host, Andrew J. Landy, with Shelby McWeeb, my co-host. Our guest tonight, Rikachuable. Thanks for joining us, Rikachuable. Folks, if you have not done so already, make sure you're sharing up the stream via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vero, any sort of social media you've got. Now, one thing
Vero?
Yes.
That's a meme here.
It's a meme here.
Okay.
I won't let him not say Vero when he just caught on this week, if that makes sense.
Shh. That's the thing. Do note, folks, that one of the big events that we do have coming up for NERDBOT, Anime Pasadena. Yes. NERDBOT's first ever anime convention that's going on Saturday, May 26th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Pasadena Convention Center here in Pasadena, California. We've got a lot of great things going on here. Over 130 vendors. We've got cosplay contests going on, nerd karaoke, which is one of my favorites, live music, photo meetups, anime panels, a fashion show, and so much more. And if, you know what, even if you're not cosplaying an anime character, we're still going to welcome you because we love all fandoms here. So it's not just anime, it's Marvel, it's DC, Disney, Star Wars. Doesn't matter. If you're cosplaying, you are welcome here. Again, Saturday, May 26th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's at the Pasadena Convention Center. For tickets or info, visit animepasadena.com. And the reason why I mentioned this, folks, just like the last couple of weeks, we are giving away two tickets to Anime Pasadena. So, folks, make sure you're staying tuned to the end of the broadcast. Towards the end, stay with us the entire time because we'll let you know on how you can win a ticket to Anime Pasadena tonight by watching this broadcast. So stay tuned, folks. All right? Good stuff.
Good. Just show up to Anime Pasadena because, like, you don't have to cosplay, you don't have to do anything. Just show up and have a good time. Okay. And NERDBOT's fun, so you'll have fun no matter what. We
have a question in the chat. Danny Leong says, "Hi, resident." I'm just gonna say, "Hi, resident."
Danny.
Resident bleep boy here. I'm not gonna say it. I was wondering if there's an otome for people like me. So, first of all, Shelby.
There's a lot of things for people like you.
Shelby. You might be the specialist here, and Rikachu, but please chime in as well. First of all, what is otome? I'm not sure if everybody in our chat knows what otome is.
I'll let you take that one. You're better at answering that because you have the otome man.
I think she's in deep thought.
Means pertaining to like female.
So pertaining to female, but in general, there's a lot of different types of dating games. So I'm gonna go across the gambit and maybe like a certain one would be Diabolic Lover, which is really intense. And it's about vampires who are all very mean and a girl who has to live with them. And they all have different colored hair, and that's pretty much, if that's exciting to you, then that's all you need to start.
Okay.
There are a lot of different ones, and it kind of just means like a bunch of guys, and sometimes there'll be like women thrown in too, are all into one girl, and she has to choose early on which one they're gonna do. Like, no, which route they're gonna do.
Oh no.
So
listen, it goes both ways, okay, Rob?
Producer Rob on the side is busting up and, just ended up getting our attention. Question from the chat here. Daisy Maribel Rodriguez is asking, what do you think about anime adaptations of dating sims like Diabolical Lovers?
Yes. Diabolical Lovers is an awful anime because thank you for that question. Thank you. Because, so Diabolic Lovers as a dating sim, if you get to go your own route, you pick a guy, and eventually you build a relationship with this guy. With the Diabolical Lovers anime, it's just like 6 guys being mean to this one girl, but you can't pick one because like it's not fair to pick a guy and go with the because the fans of the series will want to watch the anime, and if you just exclude the 5 other guys, then that's not fun for them. So she just kind of goes the beginner chapter or whatever with each of these 6 guys, but they're all kind of they're just mean, and there's no oh, I thought you were mean, but you have this thing and you communicate differently, and I have this problem, blah blah blah. It's just them being mean to her. So it's not a good. I think it's up to you whether or not Diabolic Lovers is a good series, but for the anime, it just seems wow, everyone's mean to this girl, and then the show's over. What is wrong? If that makes sense.
So
there's no real attachment to the characters with some anime, if that makes sense.
Okay, no, that makes perfect sense.
Obviously, Clanad would be a good example of an adaptation because you get to fall in love with each of the girls, and you just keep crying the entire time until it's over, and then you just keep crying, and then they make more, and then you keep crying. But that's Clanad.
I want to focus the camera on Rikachuable real quick because this face is golden, and I'm just curious, what is she about to spout off?
Can I just say that a lot of anime adaptations that focus on guy characters with stoicism or things that are considered not it's obviously supposed to be, oh, they're weird and they're supposed to be crazy and whatever. They're always really poorly depicted, and their stories are never properly shown to people in the animes. And so you're just well, in the manga they were fine, or it was just in the games that I played for hours and hours, they were perfectly fine, and now they're horrible people and I hate their guts, but actually they're my husbando, so everything sucks.
So
you have to judge, because if your friends watch the anime, because they're not going to do 30 hours of gameplay to fall in love with the same anime character that you did, but if they watch the anime, it's not oh, that's who you love, that's weird. But I mean, it's still weird. I don't know. Anyway, I agree. Anime adaptations are tricky, but there are good ones and there are bad ones. And I think it's important to also talk about Hatoful Boyfriend and Doki Doki Literature Club, because those do technically fall under their ironic tongue-in-cheek or meta dating sims, and they count because you're all huge fans of them because you've already mentioned them a couple times in the chat.
Yeah, people in the chat are Greg Hammer and Brianna DaCosta are both saying that they hated Diabolic Lovers from the first season, and they were both surprised that there was a second season. You would think that.
Yeah, and then more guys are mean to her, but they're all new guys, and then the same guys are mean to her still.
Oh gosh.
It's mean Twilight.
Oh.
I feel that's most reverse harems, though. The guys are either really, really sweet, or they're really, really antagonistic.
They're yandere. They're all yandere boys. Yandere.
I think that's something I really don't like about reverse harems. I'm kind of stemming away from the whole thing, but that's something that makes dating sims that get turned into animes really stressful for me.
Yeah.
Because for regular harems, when the guy is the focus, it's oh, they're fine unless you're thinking of school days. Then it's just
nice boat.
You little Jesus, but
if someone can, oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's fine. No, I was
nice boat.
Nice boat. Now James Johnson, welcome James Johnson, by the way, is asking. So wait, there, in general, are quote unquote choose your own adventure animes.
Yes.
Yes. So I guess that's kind of our topic tonight, right, Shelby?
Yeah, the dating sim is basically choose your own adventure, but with who you want to kiss. The most.
That's the end goal, right?
Yeah.
Or could be more.
There are also bad ends.
Oh, are there? So not everything's a happy ending?
Don't smile like that. So part of the game aspect is you have to take skill to win the ending that you're choosing. And sometimes if you make a mistake or you misunderstand a situation, you make a choice in the game, and it leads you to, depending on the game you're playing, it could either mean that the boy you like won't like you back, or you're being murdered by Ilya. And your limbs are cut off forever and ever. But yeah, a lot of the more extreme dating games or dating sim games can end in death. So don't put Mystic Messenger. They're not. There's no bad end where you die in Mystic Messenger. No.
Yes.
Wait.
So here we go. So Melissa Valentine is asking, cough. What about Tokuen Ranbu? It's technically a harem game.
Okay, so the thing is, though, is that also, hi, Melissa. I love you.
All right, go for it.
So the thing is with a lot of harem games is that I don't know, it doesn't really matter. See, the thing is with the genre is that the way that it gets like labeled just depends on what's the majority in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of shonen and there's a lot of like shoujo that have similar things, and like with Persona and all the other things, it's just you have all these things that have similar dating sim aspects, or whichever you call it, and they just get labeled depending on what's the majority in it and what the producers think it matches the most. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about old.
Take a moment.
You can call Fire Emblem a dating sim too if you wanted to.
I love Fire Emblem.
So, Kendra Taylor is asking, bruh, why haven't creators made an Ouran high school dating sim? Huh? Do we have anything?
I mean,
Could you see it happen?
I think everything is too late for Ouran because it's a classic, and if they would have made something else, they would have by now, because it's obviously been proven to be a cash cow.
Yeah.
But I mean, the series itself is kind of tongue-in-cheek, if that makes sense. It's ironically a harem because the main character doesn't really want to date them. It just might naturally happen. Like, she's very like, I'm not into dating. Good. Oh, they're labeled. Thank you, producer Rob.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the most famous, like, reverse harem. But, I mean, in terms of a game, you already have each... The author does it very well, where you already know what it's like to date each of them, except maybe Mori. So it's pretty much, you know what you're going to get. And, I mean, she does technically pick someone in the end, but it's after a long time of, I don't really care. So I think it'd be hard to make a dating game off of Ouran, because it's like an ironic, like, instead of her being like, oh no, all these rich boys love me, she's like, oh no, all these rich boys love me.
Just like, get away from me, please, right?
I want to study.
Oh, no.
I think something like, maybe it's just how I see it, but I kind of see it as a kind of respect to the artist, as well as like the production team as well, because if they choose to not make a dating sim out of something, then that means that that what they made really stayed true to how that they predicted it to be, or how they wanted it to be. Because I wouldn't want to change the artist's, like, or the production team's decision for an anime or a series, whether it's like a manga or whatever, based off of, I guess, what the fans want. Because of there are some people who get a lot of hate mail, a lot of like really poor reviews and commentary. They get like really nasty things in the mail because, oh, I didn't like how that ended because I think so and so should have ended up with so and so, and maybe it's like just how I see it. But like, I feel like, because I was voting for another guy in high school, but I wasn't disappointed that Tamaki won over.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. Never.
It's been like 10 years.
I know.
There's no spoiler alert.
Totally.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're right. Tamaki. She picks him. They get married. They have a child. Hand down.
Okay. That's our spoiler. Yeah, we need like the little something that's on our hand that says spoiler alerts. That's totally fine.
Spoiler Kitchen Princess.
Ah, yes.
I love Kitchen Princess.
Kitchen Princess.
It is so good. But can I just say?
Go for it.
I'm going to go on a tangent. The beauty of Kitchen Princess is that there's recipes.
Oh, there's food recipes.
There's food recipes in them.
What?
So yeah, in all of the manga. Yeah. Okay. In all of the manga for Kitchen Princess, ever since it was made, it's a gorgeous piece, and you see all the things that they make in it, and they purposefully put that in there, and then at the end put in recipes for the fans to try and make themselves.
Recipe number 46: cocktails. Yes, that's literally the page I turned to. That's quite helpful. Nicely done. May have to take a look at that for the recipes, of course, and nothing else.
All right, what's the world saying about dating sims?
So, Daisy Maribel Rodriguez is asking opinions on Yandere Simulator. Oh.
Our opinions on that?
Yeah, they want to hear your opinions, folks.
We do feel a certain way about the yandere stereotype, if that makes sense, and the fetish. So we're not always the biggest fans of glorifying yandere. I haven't played as much, but I mean, it definitely would qualify as a dating sim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it really just depends. Like anything could be a dating sim with enough traits in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, we talk about this show every friggin' episode. But yeah, Fate's Day, we go there. I mean, it's so important. I mean, I wore my Gilgamesh workout top today because this is the closest thing to a dating sim.
He did push-ups before this.
I was doing push-ups before this, and it didn't help me one bit.
I wish I brought a squirt bottle.
Oh, God. Stop it. Folks, I do want to thank you for joining us here at Anime Weekly. We're still going strong. Again, I'm your host, Andrew J. Landy, my co-host, Shelby McWeeb, and our special guest tonight, Rikachuable. Again, folks, if you have not done so already, make sure you have liked the Anime Weekly Facebook page and also the NERDBOT page. There's always updates going on. The Anime Weekly page, I swear, it's bustling with content every day thanks to a certain person here. So make sure you're checking it out. And again, we want to hear from all of you. So make sure you're chiming in and giving us your thoughts, not just on the pages, but also in this chat here. Do you want to give a shout out? Paul DeCure, Kate Corvus, what is up? Christina Hawkins, great to see you. Everybody in here in the chat, whether you're a first timer or one of our longtime viewers, we love you all. So thank you very much for joining us. We're still going on here. All right, back to you guys here. And Brianna is saying the music is lit, by the way. Good job, producer Rob. By the way, shout outs to Aaron Golden. I am your biggest fan, too. So James Johnson is saying High School DxD is a really dark example. What are your and also what are your thoughts on Trinity 7? So High School DxD and Trinity 7. First of all, do these count as dating sims?
I would call them harems.
Harems, okay.
More than anything.
Okay.
I personally, I've never felt attached to either. But I mean, those would definitely fall under the discussion of harems and how we can enjoy them.
Okay.
So we mentioned Doki Doki Literature Club a lot in the comments.
Yes.
Hatoful Boyfriend is a dating sim about pigeons, but you're not a pigeon in the game. But everyone else is a bird. I could talk more about it, but why? Why would I talk more about it? Anyway, Doki Doki, that's it. That's the punchline. Is they're birds, and you're not a bird. And there's weird, it's funny. It's a funny game, and you enjoy it. It's also meta. Doki Doki Literature Club is available. You can actually buy it on Steam, and it is about you are in the literature club, and you can choose between a couple of girls, and then you realize, it's not a spoiler because that's the whole hook of the game. Is everyone is like, whoa, I downloaded this really cute dating sim game, and then it's scary because the girls you're going to date have all of these backstories and have a hard time with things, and blah 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 blah. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Yes. Rikachuable, anything to add to that?
No.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. It's
just like Shelby talk, maybe more time will pass.
No, not even.
It's a horror game.
It is a horror game? Okay.
Yeah, so you play through it and then you realize not all is as it seems, and it's also like a psychological thriller. A lot of the girls are suffering from very, very, very real issues of mental illness, depression, and suicide ideation. Most of them are, and a lot of them have very poor coping skills. And you kind of go through the game and you realize that there is an end goal to the game. It's not a normal pick your own adventure, but you can show preference to a girl. But in the end, there's a bigger meaning behind the game that you play through. Just Monica.
Okay, right on. All right, so for the two of you, this is my big question then. If somebody wants to get into dating sims and kind of wants to enjoy their time with one, obviously there's a lot that are available via mobile. Sometimes
Just Monica.
Oh my God.
So go ahead.
I have no idea what she's doing.
Can we get a censor bar for her?
Right?
just put something over her face.
Yeah, producer Rob, put the smiley face over her.
Just put Monica over my face.
No, please don't. Don't put Monica.
Don't
put something else. Maybe Jumanhan.
Just
more appealing.
Jumanhan. So, okay. So first of all, my question for you both was actually, if there's a dating sim that you would recommend that's like all purpose that anybody could get into, what would you recommend to a first timer and why?
I think that really depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, the reason as to why I got into dating sims was because I was really into like shoujo manga and Harvest Moon.
Okay. Shelby?
I think it'd be safe for everyone to pick Mystic Messenger because that was the one that was the most universally popular through mobile games. If that makes sense, it'd be a good introduction because it was proven to be one of the biggest, most popular games of the past recent years. That is the mobile dating sim game, or Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Or Persona, whatever.
Can I just say that if you do play Mystic Messenger and you, a lot of the proceeds and any money earned from like downloads and playing or whatever support, a lot of that money, the team donates it to charities, primarily about mental health. So one of the more recent things that they've done is that with like I forgot how much, but they donated like this giant check to a Korean mental health charity.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna recommend one, hey, go that route, Mystic Messenger. I mean, you're doing yourself a favor by enjoying your time, and if you're playing it and buying it,
Wow, that was late.
Yeah. Wow. Nicely done. Well, I mean, she can't be stopped. So, Jonathan Sotero asks, "Do guys play dating sims?" Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
A lot of them do. Some more than others. I've only played really one in my life. Again, that was Katawa Shoujo. That is the one where you have been transported to a school for kids with disabilities. So. But it was very well written, and there's a lot of intricate routes to go through. So that's the one I would recommend. Like I said, it got me in the heart. It made my Doki Dokis go Doki Doki. Let me put it that way. So I don't know. I should never say that ever again. So
you should say it at the opening every single Anime Weekly.
Yeah.
Instead of Vero, just say Doki Doki Heart Doki Doki Doki.
Doki Doki Heart Doki Doki.
Good. So
Okay.
we have our new tagline.
Okay, that is our new tag. Anime Weekly, Doki Doki Heart, Doki Doki. Nicely done. So,
Dating sims are a guy thing, but many guys play dating sims, and there is a huge market for guys.
Yeah.
To answer your question.
Hey, some people don't even play for the dating. They just want to play it because, hey, they want to see what they can do, and they just want to explore. So.
I think it really depends on what you want. So if you want to play a dating sim for like the content or like the artwork, storylines, voice art, like acting, like what the meaning behind it is, how the characters are. There's like a lot of different kinds of things for you to find. It's just you have to make sure that you're looking for the right thing. If you search up anything on the internet, because there's dating sims and they've been being made for as long as I could remember.
Yeah.
And so there's just lists and lists and lists, and there's a ton of free downloads as well, and they're usually safe. Make sure you have a virus check thing, please.
You don't need a repeat of LimeWire happening. I don't even think like half our chat would remember what LimeWire was.
Thank God we mentioned LimeWire once on this show.
Yes.
That's all I needed to do. Speaking, trivia.
Trivia, yes. Just about to get to it, folks. I think it's about that time. So, as I stated before, we're giving away two tickets to Anime Pasadena. That is one ticket for one person and one ticket for another. So, again, here are the rules, same as always. So, first of all, you have to like the Anime Weekly page. So, you got to click that like button on Facebook. And this goes for all of you wonderful people watching here. Make sure you like Anime Weekly on Facebook. Again, keeping up with all of our updates there. We post some funny stuff there. We want to hear from you and what you think. So, first of all, you got to be liking the Anime Weekly page. Second, you actually have to be able to make it to Anime Pasadena. Again, that is Saturday, May 26th, Pasadena Convention Center, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you got to be able to go to that. If you know you're not able to go, please refrain from answering. That way, we make sure that everybody who can go has the chance. We don't want the ticket being stolen and then never being used. So please make sure that you can go, okay? So this is how it's going to work. We will ask you one question, okay? Last week's question was pretty difficult, so we had to go to a different one, and, that was the case. So we made this one a little easier, right? So Shelby and I are watching the chat as well. The first and second answers to this question will win each a ticket to Anime Pasadena. So first person to answer it and second person to answer it will get the ticket.
So we're going to make it easier this time, and we're going to have our lovely guest be the person who tells us.
Oh, okay.
You know the answer to this. What are all of the dating options? Who are all of the dating options in Mystic Messenger?
All the dating options
that you can have your route with.
So you got to name all of them?
Yes,
yeah.
All of them.
Okay, so you have to name all the dating routes in Mystic Messenger in one post.
The more recent one.
The more recent one. Okay, very good. So while we're waiting on the chat, I'm going to give my scouting phone over to Shelby. I'm going to give a quick shout out to actually Kitak Inc. for the wonderful workout top. They are the ones who are making the anime tops for me. They got this Gilgamesh top for Fate Stay Night, so just wanted to give them a quick shout out. So anyway, folks. First one we see in the chat. Oh, just keep it. It's all the way down.
I'm out. Oh.
Yeah, so there it is. There's our Jeopardy theme, as usual, per producer Rob. Do want to give a quick shout out to producer Rob again. Thanks for all the wonderful music and the rapid fire pictures, all the photos that are coming on. Yes, dab it. You deserve to dab. Again, folks, NERDBOT's opening Saturday, April 14th, here at NERDBOT Studios, second floor of Toyzilla. That's in Alhambra, California. Again, we want to see you there 5 p.m. for a barbecue with live music with the expansion pack, comedy hour with Derek Murray and friends, the live broadcast of BassBot with DJ Chuck Nunn, live electronic music. Come meet the NERDBOT folks, and most importantly, it's all free. So again, Saturday, April 14th, 5 p.m. at NERDBOT Studios. That's the second floor of the Toyzilla building in Alhambra, California. Awesome. And again, folks, the tickets right now for Anime Pasadena, this is what's on display. Make sure you're using your Google to get the answer. Again, what was our question again? Just as a reminder.
Who? Say it.
Name all of the routes in Mystic Messenger.
How many routes are there, just out of curiosity? That's a quick hint. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, can you say it?
Am I supposed to say it?
You can say how many routes there are. That way people know how many they have to look for.
Well, technically, wait, routes are...
Yes, routes.
Okay, so like people dating?
Yes.
Not endings?
Not endings, just
endings.
people.
Okay.
Just people.
This one's gonna take a little bit, but you know.
Just name all the Mystic Messenger boys and girl.
Boys and girl, very good. That's right. How many boys are in total? We're counting. Rikachuable is verifying the information. Oh, that's a lot.
Because we got a lot of updates.
No worries. That's totally fine. So while you folks are doing that, again, Saturday, May 26th at the Pasadena Convention Center, AnimePasadena.com, 130 vendors, cosplay contests, nerd karaoke, live music, photo meetups, anime panels, fashion shows, so much more. Again, we're welcoming all types of cosplay, anime, Marvel, DC, Disney, Star Wars. Doesn't matter what it is, folks. If you are cosplaying, keep it respectable, of course, but we want to see your cosplay there because we are welcoming of all cosplay. Again, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday, May 26th. Even if you don't win the tickets tonight, folks, you can still get tickets. For tickets or info, visit AnimePasadena.com. We've got a lot of guests that are going to be there, too. For example, the original singer of the Pokemon theme will be there, so we want to make sure that you are singing along with us as we sing the Pokemon theme together. We got a lot of voice actor guests that will be there. One of our guests that was on the show a couple weeks back, actually, Robbie Damon, who voiced Tuxedo. Yes.
Go to Google.
Yes.
Give us the names of all the Mystic Messenger boys and girl. And you will win.
Okie dokie. So, wow, has the chat died because everybody's frantically searching right now? That is what I'm wondering. Not a problem. You made this one. Okay. It was
This is a really easy. This is the easiest question I could think of on the topic.
You could have said name 3.
All right, so
Honestly, you could have just said, who's my body pillow?
it's fair. All right, if anyone can name 3 Mystic Messenger boys or one of the girls, that can be included. 3 Mystic Messenger options, you can win. Go to Google, type in Mystic Messenger boys, name 3 of them.
All right, folks. So name 3. Name 3 of the totals, and you will win a ticket. So the chat is being scouted right now. Shelby's got her eyes on the chat again. Who's going to win it?
So they get to mention me.
www.google.com.
That's fine.
3 Mystic Messenger boys. I don't play that game. You can still go to Google and Google 3 of the Mystic Messenger boys. Or girl. One of them is a girl. Just give me 3 names.
At some point, I'm going to reduce it to 2, and then I'll reduce it to 1. But I'm going to keep it at 3 for now.
Oh, Kendra wins. Kendra Taylor wins the first ticket.
Kendra Taylor has the first ticket.
Thank you, Kendra.
Ding, 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 ding. Very good. Nicely done, Kendra Taylor. Who's going to win the second?
Kendra, you win. Kendra, you win.
All right, so Kendra Taylor's our first winner.
Kendra got the best answer, the right answer. Again, if you want that ticket, go straight any search engine. Just yell it. Replay the chat. We will talk about it.
I actually am quite certain that somebody could just repeat what Kendra said and probably win the second ticket.
Copy and paste Kendra Taylor's comment. Kendra's a very nice girl, very pretty girl, very talented. Copy and paste her comment. She's very smart. Put it in. Say these names that she said. Type them out, copy and paste them. Even make your own live stream and say it, and then copy and paste a link and send it to us.
Oh, that's like this is the new Jeopardy theme. Like, this is the most updated one.
Kendra, you're the winner. You are a champion. You are a superstar.
Okay.
I love you. Never change.
All right. So, folks, if I don't get an answer in the next, I'd say minute or so, I may call quits and only give one away, but that means one might transfer over to next week. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going on in my crazy head right now.
My other question was going to be, can someone explain nice boat to me?
Very good.
That'll be next time, maybe.
Can I get a 60-second timer on the clock?
Kendra.
Can I get a 60-second? Okay,
Kendra's
30 seconds.
killing it. Kendra's a superstar. Kendra's a champion.
30 seconds on the clock. If nobody gets it with it, I'm taking that ticket and I'm moving it to next week. All right, so.
Dang, Greg. Chill.
I am the Grinch. I am the Grinch tonight. I'm also Gilgamesh because I own everything.
I saw.
All right, is anybody else?
Joe Palmer, you win because you got nice boat. You told me about nice boat. We're gonna talk about nice boat next time.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are you calling that the second ticket?
We're gonna,
Okay.
Joe Palmer, you win because you described nice boat to me.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
there
thank
you
you.
have it, folks. The host has spoken. So Kendra Taylor and Joe Palmer.
Palmer, you win.
Okay,
Kendra
so
and Joe.
Kendra,
Very
Joe.
supportive fans. You win. You earn these. You deserve these. You're great people.
What I need from you, Kendra and Joe, you will need to message the Anime Weekly page with your name, your actual name, and an email address that we can contact you and reach you at so that we can give you details on the ticket. So again, you need your full name and...
Joe wants to give it to somebody else. Kendra, you get 2.
Okay, we're going to go with that. Anyway, folks, that is about it for Anime Weekly tonight. Rikachuable, last words, where can we follow you on social media?
I have a Facebook page, but my Instagram is the one that gets updated the most. Please follow me on Instagram. It's the same as you see there. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Rikachuable, right on. Shelby, any final words?
Yeah. Woo, nice boat.
Woo, nice boat. Where can we follow you, Shelby?
On Instagram, on Twitter. Just follow me here. Keep on watching every week. Yeah.
Excellent. And folks, I'm Andrew J. Landy. I am the other host here. You can follow me on Instagram at Andrew J. Landy for all things stupid, including bad gym selfies and sometimes cosplay and other motivational things. Folks, this has been Anime Weekly. We will see you again next week, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. here via NERDBOT, and hopefully we will see you this weekend, Saturday the 14th, for the NERDBOT grand opening, 5 p.m. Be there. Anyway, folks, take care and have a great evening. Good night.